Welcome to the Meb Faber Show, where the focus is on helping you grow and preserve your wealth. Join us as we discuss the craft of investing and uncover new and profitable ideas, all to help you grow wealthier and wiser. Better investing starts here.
Meb Faber is the co-founder and chief investment officer at Cambria Investment Management. Due to industry regulations, he will not discuss any of Cambria's funds on this podcast. All opinions expressed by podcast participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Cambria Investment Management or its affiliates. For more information, visit CambriaInvestments.com.
What's the chance of a Triple Yasu? Am I even pronouncing that right? I was like, it reminds me of the Triple Lindy from Rodney Dangerfield doing the dive. Is it Yasu?
Yeah, I think so. We just found this out. This was a thing that the Japanese came up with back, when they had their bubble, which peaked in the 80s, and then, the 90s, they're basically working through that whole thing. Foreigners chase that bubble too. Like whenever there's a bubble that is centered in a particular geography, like BRICS or the China bubble or the US, obviously, and every US bubble has this dynamic, or Japanese or whatever, you always end up with foreigners chasing that bubble and that creating a lot of upward currency revaluation. So currency becomes uncompetitive and vulnerable to foreigners taking that out. And so the Japanese experienced this thing, which is fundamentally like a emerging market thing, which they called the Triple Yasu, which is just when your yields are going up or your bonds are falling, your stocks are falling, and your currency's falling all at the same time. And it's just basically a very good indication that the deficits that you're running, the foreigners are no longer willing to finance them. And so it's a good indication of externally driven, asset pressure and balance of payment stress. And that we've been waiting for that in the US for the really ever since 2022, we've been at a pretty high risk of that happening. But, Yellen prevented that. As soon as it started to happen, she then switched to issuing the deficit in T-bills. So she removed all this duration supply out of the market, which helped stabilize the long end in 2022 and 2023. But nevertheless, we've been at risk of that. And the first month when that happened, it was March. So this is another good indicator that we're at this limit of how much global capital we can draw in, how much domestic debt accumulation and money printing we can do. And the fact that you're basically seeing, this combination of, dollar down 9% this year, yields really flat, but kind of in this, V shape, and stocks down, or stocks having peaked in February. Like March was the first month that there was what the Japanese coined the Triple Yasu in the US. And we've been waiting for that for a long time. That's a big problem. That's you have to basically, whatever you're doing, you need to stop doing that, or you need to find a way to, prevent that from carrying on, because that can turn into a self-reinforcing loop very quickly.
Podcast listeners will post show notes to today's conversation at mebfaber.com/podcast. If you love the show, if you hate it, shoot us feedback at themebfabershow.com. We love to read the reviews. Please review us on iTunes and subscribe to the show anywhere good podcasts are found. Thanks for listening, friends, and good investing.